What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Forza Horizon 5 here in new season. So today we're jumping into the autumn season here, or the storm season in Mexico. So that means we've got some new challenges and new cars to take a look at. So starting here with the season progress rewards, we've got the Donkervoort GTO and the Toyota Arctic Truck 37. I really like that Arctic truck, and we have another Arctic truck next week for the winter season, which is awesome, along with that Porsche Carrera. But back to the autumn season here, we've got the weekly Forzathon challenge, which deals around the 1931 Bentley 4.5 liter supercharged vehicle. So we'll get to that at some point. Weekly Forzathon challenge, you've got the Koenigsegg CC GT, which is a really good car. I'm probably going to pick it up because I don't think I have it in my garage. You've also got the Ford Supervan, which is another good vehicle to have. The trial event for this week is Baja California. That gets you a super wheel spin. The Temple Runner is the seasonal playground games event, which gets you the 99 Lancer GSX, or GSR rather. Get you 3 seasonal PR stunts. You got Calm Before the Storm, which gets you the Aerial Atom. You got Underground Overground, which gets you the Volkswagen Scirocco from 2011. And the one we're going to be jumping into today, just because you'll see in a second, but Welcome to the Jungle is the cross-country championship that gets you the Tiger Roar horn. You've got a treasure hunt this week that does with the 2017 Nissan GTR. And then the photo challenge is for the Ford Racing Puma. So back over here into Welcome to the Jungle. So this here is the one we're going to be jumping into, and you can see that the car restriction is you have to use Jeep Trailcat in the A class. So I've got 3 of those set up. We'll designate them because they're different colors, but the Trailcat can also be used here in the Baja California trial, which is A-Class Unlimited Off-Road, which is what the Trailcat is categorized as. So we've got 3 tunes to check out, and then whichever one I like the most is one I'll use in the trial event in the next video. So let's go ahead and jump into this one, and I'll see you guys when we start up, or as we look at that first Trailcat. Alright, so here's our first Trailcat. This one is green, as you can see. So the share code for the tune on this one, along with the tuner's name, will be up on the screen now if you want to check it out. But like I said, each of these will be a different color, so you can distinguish those if you need to discuss them in the comments, but they'll also be in the description based off of, the actual color. So let's go ahead and jump in and see what these races look like. Okay, so we've got a sprint race, and a circuit. Alright, starting out in the rain here in our topless Jeep at the Tropico Cross Country, and this is one of the sprint races here. So we'll see how this first tune can do in the rain. Not off to a great start, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Alright, here we go. So didn't do too well on our first time through this race. I'm going to try to redo it again. Just see if I can get a better start here, maybe. It might help us. Kind of block these Drivatars from passing us right here at the beginning. I'm just going to see if I can do any better. It may just be that the Drivatars are a little ridiculous on this one. We're going to have to dive into them there. Because these Drivatars will not give you anything, so sometimes you have to drive dirty against them. Don't do it online while you're racing other players. But against the Drivatars, it's just something that you're going to have to do sometimes. That gets us up into second place. Yeah, I can't tell if this... I mean, the tune doesn't feel terrible for the conditions. Rewind that. I was about to run right into that building. I was trying to push that too hard. The tune's not like awful, it's just the conditions for this race are not great for player drivers. because it seems like the Drivatars don't have to worry about any actual traction or anything, so rewind that too. I had something come up. Let's try this turn again. Yeah, it seems like the Drivatars have instant torque, don't have to worry about traction and losing traction and stuff like that, so kind of have to fight against that, which is unfortunate because we do nothing but not have traction through the majority of this race, it seems. But we're fighting for first right now. Follow him through, let him take out all of the props and such. Yeah, I don't think this is a bad tune. Again, I think it's just not necessarily the best as far as, not the tune itself, but the race. The Drivatars definitely have an advantage when they're ahead of you, is what I should say. It always seems like once you get them behind you, it's kind of a lot easier to stay ahead of them, so we are going to get first place there on that first event, even though we had to restart. So nonetheless, first place in event number 1 in the green Trailcat. So you can see there we got 20 points on the far right, and as I said, this is a championship, so if I hit continue, this is the championship leaderboard, and this is where you need to be in first place at the end of the 3 races. So let's go ahead and jump into our next vehicle, and then we'll start up that next race. Alright, so here's our next Trailcat here with the Thundercat decals all over it. So this is going to be the red Trailcat, and the share code for the tune, along with the tuner's name that we're using, will be up on the screen now. So we'll go ahead and jump into this race and see if this one can do, or feel like it does, any better. Alright, so another rainy race here at the Ekbalum Cross Country. This is the circuit. So we'll see if this one does. At least the conditions are the same, so we can kind of see how this one compares. Drivatars are going to get it off the line again. Thing is slidey just as much, so it may be like the stability control, because I've got that along with like traction control turned off on mine. The only really assist that I use is ABS, so that could be why the Drivatars are doing so much better. So you may be able to adjust with that a little bit. If you're having issues, maybe try turning some of those settings on if you have them off, and see if that helps out at all. But we're not doing awful. We jumped that entire... I feel like every time I do this circuit, I forget that I can take that turn a little bit faster. I'm going to bounce off that Drivatar a little bit there. Got a left turn coming up. So we're not doing terrible. We're keeping up. We're going to dive into that right there. That's what you have to do sometimes. Again, especially against these Drivatars, they will not give you any kind of help if you leave them out in front of you. So do what you can to get in front of them, and then it should make the rest of your race relatively easy. So like we're getting a pretty good lead on them right now, so I'm going to try this turn at full speed and not hitting the brakes at all like it suggests. Yeah, especially if you cut that wide like I did, you can definitely take that without letting off the gas like at all. So definitely a little tip there, but since we're out in front, I'm not going to make you watch through the entire last lap, so I will go ahead and skip towards the end of the race, and I'll see you guys here in a second. Alright, I'm about to come around the last turn and absolutely crush that, and Drivatars didn't gain on us at all, so there we go. That tune really felt good. It could have just been that I was getting more used to how you have to drive in the rain, so I think either of these tunes would be fine, but we got 20 more points there. If I hit next, you can see I'm at 40 on the championship. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into the last vehicle, and then we'll jump into our last race. All right, so our last Jeep is going to be the gray Jeep. And the share code for the tune, along with the tuner's name, will be up on the screen for this one. But we'll go ahead and jump into this last race and see if we can't bring it home in the gray Jeep. All right, another race, rainy race. Costa Esta cross country. So another sprint race to finish out the championship here. And I think what I'm going to try to do is come in second place on purpose, just so you guys can see that you don't actually have to come in first on these 3 events to win the vehicle. So we'll make sure that we get up into first, and then we'll concede the position at some point in the race if we can get up there. This seems to be a really short race. The fact that we're already at 20% almost. This tune, I mean, it feels a lot faster. I'll go ahead and give you guys that warning. This is definitely a lot faster of a tune. It may be a little too much to handle, quite honestly. But we'll see. Cross country, it's really hard to, or for me at least, like these jumps and stuff, handle something that is so fast going over these jumps. Come on, let's gain. Halfway through the race, we're sitting in 5th. Well, that's not gonna help us. Make sure you always have rewind on too. It does nothing but help you. You don't have to use it. It doesn't give you a penalty if you have it turned on. So you might as well just have it turned on, because it can definitely save you from having to restart an entire race. For gaining up to 4th place at all. Using the fastest tune that I think we've used, and we're not gaining, which is crazy to me, on a straightaway. Here we go. Oh, buddy. Whoa, we just killed that guy. Alright, well, we may just naturally come in 2nd place. I don't know if we're going to be able to catch up to 1st place or not, so... Oh, well, we got by him. And hit the brakes to come in 2nd. Again, we did that on purpose, just to kind of show that you don't have to come in 1st place on all 3 of the races. You can see we got 16 points there. And then if I hit continue, we have 56 points total on the championship, which keeps us in 1st place. And then continue again will bring us to the podium for this race. So ignore that person's up there. But if I hit continue, there we go. Tiger Roar horn unlocked. So you can see that you don't have to be in 1st place to win the 1st place in the races to actually get the reward. So it's all a matter of points. So let's take a look at this horn real quick. It's so nice that they made it to where you can do this from the menu instead of having to go back to the like a house or something. So there, kitty. All right, so there we go. I hope you guys did enjoy. I looked at the trial event, and it's actually a dirt race. So I don't know that I'll use the tune, one of these tunes. I may still use the Trailcat, but just use a dirt racing tune rather than a cross-country racing tune. There shouldn't be too much difference, but I want to make sure that I've got as much of a competitive edge for our team as we can. So we'll look into that in the next video, but I hope you guys do have a great rest of your day. I hope you enjoyed the video or found it helpful. If you did, definitely leave a like on the video and think about getting subscribing for more content from Forza Horizon 5 just like this. But like I said, I do hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next one.